Hey there guys, so it's winter. How was everyone's New Year and Christmas? I know we are in that month of going to the gym, crappy January movies, and how I shouldn't kill myself books. So if you're like me, you'd probably like to know what's going on in my neck of the woods. The Japans. And there's good news. If you walk around the supermarkets around here, you're bound to find all the Setsubun stuff. Or what Google calls
Setsubun.
The old classic tradition of throwing beans at demons. Now, I've been in Japan going on about 8 years, and I've never given this whole Setsubun thing the time of day. You know, with this being the case, I decided to sit down with my girlfriend and a few of my Japanese friends to ask them what this whole Setsubun thing was all about. What if I told you it was an exorcism, this ritual? I mean, not in the Petey Blatty, Linda Blair kind of way. Let me explain. The word Setsubun, in Japanese, basically means the spreading of the seasons. Now, if anyone understands where Japan gets most of its roots, of its culture, it's from
China!
Because at that time they had this bomb-ass cool calendar with mathematical lunar dates, and Japan loved it. They gave them not only 4 seasons, but an extra 24 mini-seasons. Unlike China, with over already 24,000 seasons. No, that's a joke. That's not true. They have about 24 mini-seasons like Japan does. It's actually called Niju Shiseki, or something. I digress. Okay, so each of these 24 seasons are said to depict the position of the moon, welcoming in the new season with a good old-fashioned exorcism. You know, back in the day when people followed that bright white thing in the sky and wore weird costumes. Because, I don't know, they didn't have TV back then. Not to mention, they didn't have anything to believe in. When this happens, you start to make stuff up. You know, kind of how we like to create monster movies, represent emotions or feelings or ideas into something tangible for our minds to process. Better known as what we call ancient myths. But again, I digress. So what do beans and ogres have to do with the 24 mini-seasons of the moon? Well, you know the Chinese Zodiac wheel, right? With the yin-yang and the 5 elements, fire, water, wood, metal, and earth, and the animals. Anyone who's been to a Chinese restaurant will know their Chinese Zodiac sign. I'm a bunny, by the way. Alright, so take the 2 animals from the north side of this wheel. A part of the wheel, I might add, is also considered to be unlucky. Mix both the ox zodiac, in Japanese known as ushi, or cow, and the tiger zodiac, known in Japanese as tora, or tiger, together, and you get ushitora, aka, also known as, the oni. But that's not all of this story. We forgot the beans.
I'd say you've had enough.
Myth has it, during the time of the Emperor Uda, we're talking like the year 1887, all of a sudden, this demon person was being a dick in the town of Kumano, pillaging, plundering, the whole 9 yards. And the only way to get rid of this guy was to cast him out by hitting him with something disguised as gold, but embodied by fire. Because Onis, being a combination of tigers and cows, and their element symbol being gold, could only be defeated by the opposite element, fire. Then they muttered the phrase, Oni wa soto, fuku wa uchi. Roughly translated, demons get out, good luck come in. The more I think about it, the whole story kind of reminds me of that movie, Ernest Scared Stupid, and the power of Miak.
Miak.
And that's about it. Consider this exorcism light. Actually, no. Lamest exorcism ever. Now, all this talk about spirits probably has my secular peeps out there saying, I ain't afraid no ghosts. And you're probably saying, they're all myths, man. Well, here's the thing. So I'll tell you something interesting regarding my girlfriend's mom, who happens to be Chinese. I mention this because it's important. While returning home from, well, home, it was early January when the girlfriend and I came back with packed luggage. I mean packed luggage. With FNAF goodies galore and the sumanai mono. You know, those little snacks you're socially obligated to give your family and coworkers. It's an Asian thing. Anyway, Kiki's mom rendezvous with us to pick up her sumanai mono and one of our suitcases for her trip back to China. You know, it being Chinese New Year, come late January according to the lunar calendar. So here's the skinny. We get to the front door of our building and she rings the doorbell to our place. At first I thought it was some kind of lame joke. However, she retorted to us saying, in Chinese of course, ringing and knocking on the door is how one rids of the evil spirits that may have entered while away. So, do I believe in spirits and ghosts? Not really. But scientists don't fully understand what consciousness is either. Why are we here? Where does our consciousness come from? Now, I'm not trying to say the lesson here is Setsubun equals believe in God or else. It's just moments like these that make you question consciousness and spirits that make you feel so small in the world, not being able to understand what made life on Earth in the first place. I'm going to go even deeper to say it's almost a representation of that cosmic horror that science fiction horror writer H.P. Lovecraft told us about. In case in point, his book, The Mountains of Madness, a story about a geologist who travels to Antarctica discovering prehistoric creatures, with the story describing the terrain engulfed in blindingly white snow, all the while surrounded by death and freezing temperatures, white representing purity, innocence, wholeness, and completion. A color so ubiquitous, so isolating, and at the same time so morose. You know, better known as winter. A time when you stay cooped up next to the heater with nothing to do, except read those damn Don't Kill Myself books, or go to the gym, or make New Year's resolutions, or clean your house, or see all those white guilt Academy Award winning movies. Perhaps this is where the idiom face your demons comes into play. Maybe that's what they were talking about with the whole Setsubun thing. An idiom. A time to reflect and refresh yourself for the new year. Now, hey, is that a bad opinion or a rad opinion? Thanks for watching. Hey guys, thanks for watching the first Rad Culture video. I want to thank all you guys for your likes, your follows, your tweets, your shares, but more importantly, what I need from you today is to join us on our Patreon goal for world domination. First Patreon, and then the world! Anyway, basically what I'm saying is if you like what I do, support me on Patreon. And, yeah, maybe there'll be more videos like this.